this video in Mayapur, the Mayapur Gurukulas, they don't have adequate facilities in Mayapur Gurukula system, but the ISKCON Gurus have so much money. Why they can't help these children in Mayapur get a ashram set up properly? They're asking.
They used to have an ashram set up properly. It was very big and had a lot of Gurukula teachers, and then Bhavananda and a lot of the other quote-unquote gurus used them as chicken farms to have sex with the Gurukula boys.
Oh, I see. They destroyed the whole thing. Acha. These Bhavananda, the great.
By default, who's going to send their children to a Gurukula if the spiritual master, the guru that everyone's getting initiated is having sex with them?
Yeah. I mean, once these activities occur, in a movement, it's very hard to recover from it. Don't you think? I mean,
it's impossible. If you take a boy, put him in a Gurukula, and then have sex with him, you've taken the one thing that a Brahmin has that is valuable, right? His chastity.
Yeah.
You take the chastity of a 6-year-old Brahmin, you've destroyed him for life.
Yeah.
But they did it on purpose.
Wow.
Because Srila Prabhupada said, the second generation will be more spiritually advanced than you are. And they wanted to become gurus when Prabhupada decided to shuffle off the mortal coil, assuming that he was mortal, which he wasn't. And as soon as Prabhupada was gone, they wanted to become gurus. So they just made sure that all the persons that could have grown up to be more spiritually advanced than they were sexually destroyed and lost their chastity and became useless. Or they can still be devotees. They can still give themselves spiritual names. They can get married to each other. They can have children and give them spiritual names. But in terms of being the spiritual force that Prabhupada envisioned, no, they can't. They were destroyed by it. And guess who said that to me? Not about Gurukulis, but he told me, I want to be sure that nobody joins the movement who is more intelligent than I am.
Tamal Krishna.
Yeah, Tamal Krishna said that.
Wow.
Biggest idiot.
That's being nice.
So Tamal Krishna had a certain intelligence, certain subtle intelligence. You could even say sly or sneaky intelligence, but he didn't have a broad intelligence. And he did not treat Prabhupada with particular respect at all. He tried to imitate Prabhupada. He didn't try to follow Prabhupada. He wanted people to follow him following Prabhupada, but he didn't want people to follow Prabhupada.
No, the thing is, if Tamal Krishna was we're talking hypothetically here, if Tamal Krishna followed everything Srila Prabhupada did, he would have been automatically, followed because he's such a nice devotee. So,
Who's a nice devotee?
No, I'm saying if Tamal Krishna actually followed Srila Prabhupada as Prabhupada wanted him to do, automatically people would have followed Tamal Krishna because obviously, he's the best servant.
But he wasn't thinking like that. His goal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He wanted to become guru.
Who's speaking? Who's talking right now?
Ramachandra.
Oh, Ramachandra, yeah. Well, in 1969, Tamal was prone to going into sort of almost like fits, psychological fits. And we were in 1969 at the temple on La Cienega Boulevard before we got the one on Watsika. And he was walking along, staggering, and he grabbed me by the arm and was hanging me practically from my arm, saying, Nara Narayana Prabhu, Prabhupada said, I have so many stars, but what I want is one moon. He looked at me and said, Nara Narayana, I am going to be that moon. I am that moon. And that's 1969, a year after he joined He became a devotee. Year and a half after he became initiated. That's what he wanted. And everything he did was to get from Prabhupada the mannerisms, the speech, the attitude, the language, the mental processes by which he could duplicate Prabhupada without what's going on here? That he could duplicate Prabhupada without actually becoming the disciple of Prabhupada. He didn't want to be disciple, he wanted to be a replica. And that's different.
How can there be a replica of the pure devotee? Pure devotees are not replicas.
Yeah, of course.
He wanted to become a replica by imitation.
Biggest asset.
A replica means an imitation, doesn't it?
Yeah. Nothing is a replica of anything, even in the material world, if you look at it materially. So he should have known that.
So don't you think this is Guru Maya, right? This is the last Maya which comes when you are at your last spiritual platform and then you want to become a Guru? That's Guru Maya. I want to become a Guru, and that's how it ruined everything, right? Prabhu, Ramachandra, are you there?
Yeah. I'm listening. You said this is Guru Maya, the last straw, that I want to be a Diksha Guru.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Hansadura told me personally that everyone wanted to become a Guru after Prabhupada left. That's why they had, first group of Ritvik, initiators became, Diksha Gurus. Then they started falling down. Then these people like Giri Raj, Jayadvaita, Bhakti Sarup Damodar Maharaj, Bhakti Charu, they all came. Second group of Kanishta, Adhikari, unqualified gurus.
Biggest monsters, right?
Yeah, so it's continuing till now, and we're the only ones that are protesting. Well, there are people protesting, but they're not openly discussing about these issues.
Because they